Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I know I did a special attack bonus campaign video with my free-to-play account. We are now hopping on the main account, and we've got a few things that we need to roll. We've only got like 28 minutes left. But yeah, just a few things we need to roll here. So I just wanted to share with you guys what I get, and you know, hopefully we can live this hype moment together. So let's go ahead and start rolling, otherwise we might run out of time. Let me actually go ahead, unlock all these guys real quick, so that way it's not a problem later. If you haven't checked out the other video, the free-to-play account video, go ahead and give that a quick check, because I explained why the special attack bonus campaign is so important. But yeah, so go ahead and give that a check if you haven't already. But for now, because we are so time restricted, let's go ahead and give these guys some rolls. Let me unlock that. So we're going to start off with our HD Zexion. The one we have right now has defense plus 2000 on it. Let's see what we can get here for guilt. And let's max this out here. Okay. So here we go. First one is going to be HD Zexion. Try to infuse it with poison. Does this one have anything on it? No, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm probably going to replace it with like defense boost or like an AV max or something like that. But you know what? Let's give it a go. Let's see if we can attach this 20% chance poison onto this. So for our guilt, we are going to get 179. That is pretty good. Again, the minimum for the campaign is 160, and then the minimum for tier 7s in general is 120, so that's 59 total mirrors saved. Alright, let's hope we can roll a good trait to supplement this good guilt. So for our trait, we're gonna get max gauges. Not really what I wanted to see. Oh, but the poison went through. That's cool. Okay. So that's our HD Zexion. Sort of upset about that because HD Zexion it does have a high multiplier, so it can be used as an attack medal. So I'm kind of upset about that, but it is what it is. You know, we can only control so much about it. Let's see. Our next one that we still have to do is the Launchpad McQuack, the Super Troll. So I pulled on the DuckTales banner 5 times, and then I got this 4 of those 5 times. So that kind of sucks because, like, for medal completion, it's really bad. But again, you know, it is what it is. The game's RNG is either with you or against you, really. Alright, so for this, what do I want to see? I want to see, like, you know, honestly, I want to see some resists on this medal, because I feel like that would be the most useful for what I would use it for. So let's see what we get on this medal. Our first one is going to be a poison resist. Okay, not bad. If I could get triple poison resist on this, this would actually be pretty good, in my opinion. So there is our first one. We've got 2 more left. There's really no need for me to hold on to so many separate ones. So we'll see what's up, and we'll see if we can get, at the very least, some good guilt and some good traits. So for our first guilt, we've got 168, sort of towards the low end of the campaign tiers, but that's fine. Again, when you think about it and you flip your perspective, it could have easily been 128. It could have been like 120. So in total, we saved 48 mirrors with this guilt roll. So for our second trait, we are gonna get raids. Sort of good, sort of not. I don't plan on using this medal to raid, really, because it only lasts for 3 attacks, so it's like, I'm not really sure. So we'll see. Maybe I could incorporate it somehow. We'll see. Alright, so we've got 1 more guilt roll, and then we've got 1 more trait roll on our Launchpad McQuack. So let's see what we get here. I was kind of hoping I would at least get 1 of each of the 3 common ones, so like the Webby, the HDL, and this guy, but instead I got 4 of this guy and 1 of the HDLs. Okay, so we got 188, so in total we saved 68 mirrors, and we can't really tell if it's because of the Guilton campaign or if it's just RNG, but yeah, that's only 12 mirrors away from max. That's really good. Let's see what we can get for our trait. We've got dual damage and raids. Why couldn't I roll this on like the Zexion medal? That would have been great. It'll It's like it wants to be a raid medal, but like it can't be a raid medal because it's a buffer and it only buffs for 3 attacks. So it's like, gosh. All right. Again, it is what it is. I don't know if RNG is on my side for these rolls right now, so it's kind of like, not really sure how to interpret all of this. All right. So up next, we've got our Key Art 14. This is definitely a buffer medal that I would like to have extra attack on because it's 4 gauges, and for proud mode, you know, sometimes it says it has to have 4 or more gauges. So to have this and to have extra attack on it with like an SP0 skill on it would be just perfect. It would be amazing. So let's go ahead and see what we get for our first trait on our super fun looking Key Art 14. So for our first trait, we are gonna get Strength plus 1,000. Okay. It is a buffer medal, so I'm just like, I'd honestly rather see some resists on this. That would actually be pretty great to get some resists on this medal here. So here it is, second trait roll. Let's see what we can get. We are kind of on a time crunch. I want to like speed roll these, but it's like, I like the feeling of when you're rolling and it's like, what's gonna come out? Ground minus 60. Again, it's a buffer medal. I don't really want to see the damage dealing ones on here. So it's like, it's like almost any other medal. I would have loved having ground on it, but on this one, it's like, okay. So here is our third one. So we've got a total of 5 more trait rolls to see if we can whip out that extra attack or some resist on this medal, or even some gauges. Actually, gauges on this would actually not be too bad, in my opinion. Extra attack. Okay. Hey, nice. We got it. All right. So let's see if I can pull out another extra attack on the HD Vanitas we need to roll later. So there it is. There's the extra attack. It's like, I'm not really sure if I want to keep rolling on this one or if I want to make a separate second one. Because really the only thing that matters is that extra attack. Everything else is kind of like a moot point for this medal. You know what? It's hard to say if I'd ever need a situation where I needed 2 of them. So let's go ahead. Actually, okay, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to do this. So we are going to leave one of them alone just in case we need like 2 of them for whatever weird situation the game might give to us. But we will guilt this because it is a guilt campaign and there could be a lot of benefit to, you know, not holding so many copies. I probably don't need 2 copies with multi-traits on them. So let's go ahead and roll for guilt and see if we could get some better traits than that strength plus 1,000 and the ground enemy defense. So we've got max HP. Okay, I actually will take that max HP over ground enemy defense minus 60. Yeah, that's the right choice in my opinion to do that. Because again, it is a buffer medal. And a lot of people say 800 HP really isn't a lot. But when you crank out the math for things like defense boost maxes, sometimes that 800 actually makes a big difference. It could mean the difference between you surviving and not surviving. So it kind of matters in a sense. But you know, every person's got their own preferences. So let's see if we can get a poison resist. That would actually be pretty sweet. Max HP. Okay, so we will dual max HP this medal here. So let's go ahead and replace that strength plus 1,000. So now this is giving us plus 1,600 HP, which is really good. That's like pretty much like what, 1/3 the total available health right now. So that's really good in my opinion. All right, so here we go. Final roll. It is going to be for guilt and it is going to be for our last trait. Let's see if we can whip out, which is a really weird thing to say, a poison resist. All right, here we go. Going for guilt, going for trait. So our guilt roll is going to be kind of low, 164. If I choose not to fuse the second one, you know, that's 36 mirrors that this thing's got to eat for max. But, you know, it is a buffer medal. You don't really worry about the guilts on buffer medals unless it's something like a Kyrie EX or like the illustrated Xion EX, because it's odds are it's not going to be doing a lot of damage to begin with. So not too worried about the guilt. It's really that 5 Nova that's escaping me right now. But for our traits roll, we've got ground again. Okay. It's funny because the 2 medals that I have to do after this, I think I've got only 2 more, could really use that ground. So I've got Illustrated Halloween Town Goofy, and I've got HD Vanitas left in our lineup. Both of those could really have used one of the 3 grounds that I've rolled today. Or did I roll a ground on the... No, I didn't roll a ground on the launch pad, but I rolled 2 grounds on here. So this is our final key art 14 for what it's worth. Again, we are going to keep that 3rd one separate just in case the game might throw kind of a curveball at us, where I might need, you know, 3 upright strength and it's like a total gauge cost of 4 or more, like some sort of proud mode, something. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I am satisfied with the fact that this one got extra attack, and then we are getting that plus 1600 HP on this. So that's really good in my opinion. I have no complaints about that whatsoever. Let's go ahead, move on to... You know what? Let's do HD Vanitas first, because I feel like the Goofy, just because it's like a one-time only thing, is like much rarer than this Vanitas. So let's go ahead, guilt our Vanitas, and see what we can get. It like kind of pains me to do this, just because it's 3-orbed, and then it's like I'm wasting 2 of those orbs when I could like kind of build up to another Vanitas. But the guilt is just so much more important in my opinion. Alright, here we go. Let's hope. So there are 4 traits that would be really cool here. Ground enemy defense minus 60, aerial enemy defense minus 60, damage in raids maybe. That's a big maybe, but if we got extra attack, that would be so good to have extra attack on a Copycat medal. So let's go ahead. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We're going to do the thing where we look away, because good things happen when we don't look. So we're hoping for a guilt of at least 180. And our guilt is, I saw the flash, it goes 177. Okay, so that's only 23 away from max guilt. I can totally shell out 23 mirrors. But here is the real question. Let's see what we get for our trait. Oh man. Oh my gosh, we rolled. Okay, so this is my first Copycat medal with extra attack on it, and it's just like, oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. This is one of the most ideal situations that could have come out of this. Oh my gosh, extra attack on a Copycat medal. That's so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use this thing. You know, it's funny, like, I think about it, and the first scenario that runs through my head is, what if I did the Halloween Town Goofy first? You know, like, would I have been happier? But no, extra attack, Copycat medal, enough said, no questions asked. I do want to make sure I double screenshot this just to make sure I have, you know, that record in there. Oh, man, that's so good. This is just so great. It's like the game is just like, you know what? We gave you defense plus 2,000 the first time. Let's give you extra attack now, and it's like, thank you, game. Thank you, game. Okay, that is so good. That is so good. Okay, you know what? This video is already 13 minutes long, and I think that's a good place to end it right there. We will do the Halloween Town Goofy in a separate video, because that you know, that HC Vanitas is just such a good ending to this video where I am not rolling Illustrated Halloween Town Goofy. So that's what we've got so far. Super excited for that HD Vanitas there. Like, a Copycat medal, extra attack. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so many things I could do there. Like, for example, like what I can do is, let's go ahead, move to our Diamond Dust. You know, we could do something like this, where the HD Vanitas is going to copy that Master Zayn over, and I'm pretty much going to I'm gonna have plus 6 reverse strength going into that last medal without illustrated Xion EX, and then the Kyrie's just there, you know, for the buffs. So it's like, oh, that's so good. This is just such an ideal scenario. Even like on mismatched on mismatched blades. Like, let's say, on like mismatched slots. So, for example, I could do this. I could easily just go, I could do something like this, you know, and just copy that Kyrie twice. I can replace this with, like, another attack medal. So it's like, ooh, so many possibilities are now available. Yeah, I'm just super excited for this HC Vanitas. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to throw them in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them. But I'm like smiling because I'm super excited about that Vanitas. But until next time, everyone, take it easy.